Hello! You thought you've escaped my rants. No. I've just been busy doing other things, and now it's time to rant about something that has bothered us at home for a few days, a couple of weeks, more than 2 weeks. We ordered something online, and unfortunately, we were not able to choose who's the courier or the method of delivery, and they chose a specific company that always gives us hard time. They should actually change their name to "Oops, we did it again." Before I get you to this detail, let's start with the ancient history. Many years ago, I bought something online again, and it was this company to deliver, which is a respectable company known worldwide. So I thought, okay. It was actually a surprise for my wife, and I wanted to set up the thing which I bought at home while she's at work. So I took the day off. I said, I'm waiting for something, and I just told her it's a small, I think it was USB cable adapter, something that I needed for work. And I was waiting patiently for the delivery because it was that date. I got advance notice we are delivering that date, and they gave me a GPS to follow the truck. And sure enough, it was coming from 7 o'clock in the morning. It was coming to the city. It was in the neighborhood. It was in our block and area. Sure. Lunchtime, they disappeared. They went away. They came back. I said maybe he takes a lunch break. They were in the area, but they never delivered. Waiting patiently. 7:30 p.m., something like that. I saw the status changed, that the customer was not home and we were not able to deliver. He was so upset. I called, I spoke to somebody, I said, listen, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the biggest boss you have there. I cannot accept this. My wife came from home and wanted to go out do something. We were out in the street and the guy called. I give them that. The guy called to answer to my complaint. He said, I'm the boss or the manager or something more important than the person I spoke to earlier. I said, I took a day off to wait for this delivery, and I was following all day, and suddenly they said, I'm not home, which is not true. No one rang the doorbell, no one came up, no one sent the message. There was no issue about arriving. Yeah, we checked the record. The driver, unfortunately, did not have time to deliver today, so we scheduled for tomorrow. I said, you don't have time to deliver for today. Your system should say we did not have time to deliver today. You cannot claim that I was not home because I was home I took the whole day off to wait for this. Now my wife thinks it's what's wrong with this guy over a small adapter. And they said, we'll deliver the next day. I said, no, you don't deliver the next day. Where is it now? They said, at the airport. I said, I will come pick it up. Next day I had to go to work. At lunchtime I just drove to the airport, picked up the thing, dropped it at home, set it up quickly, not perfectly, but to surprise my wife, and then went to work. We come in the evening. I said, oh wow, I said, this is what I was upset about, not the cable. So it happens, except it happened again and again and again and again. Another company, fair prices online. The manufacturer of the printer I'm using, the ink is cheaper when you buy from them, and it's guaranteed to be original. The problem, they only deliver with this company, nobody else. That's the only option. I said, let me try them again after many years of bad experiences. There's no time to tell all the bad experiences I've had with them. I've had, to be honest, bad things with other couriers, but they're always consistent. This one, they're always, every single time you order something through them, something happens. So let's try again. This was last year, and the printer itself and the ink were supposed to be delivered. Again, tracking on the GPS, and they were in the area, and suddenly they do ring, and he comes, he says, here is your package, just the ink. I said, no, I will not receive this package. This has 2 items. No. I said, no, it has 2 items. This shipment is 2 items. Not 1 item, it's 2 items. Look here, I show you on your app. Maybe it's in the car, I'll go bring it. I said, where is your car? He said, on the other street. I said, no, you bring the car here because it's heavy. I said, not like this box. It's a bigger box, okay? You have a trolley? Yeah. Then bring it. Took them half an hour to come back, and then I signed for the shipment. Just sign here. No, I don't sign for the ink. There's a bigger box. I said, take this. Okay. I needed the spare. It was not last year. It was more than a year ago. 2 years maybe. Then last year I needed some spare ink. And I found it elsewhere. I'm not sure it's original. There's a place that sells original, I'm sure, but it's far away. I have to go or to register with them so that they can deliver. I said, let me give these guys a chance. But I want to avoid this insanity. I said, deliver to a pickup station. I have a pickup station just across the street. I cannot, in the computer, choose this pickup station. It's there. They have their logo on it. All the logos of all the couriers. But they said, this is not available for pickup. Okay. What's available? And from my address, they gave me one which is a 10-minute walk in the other direction. I have one across the street. They gave me 10 minutes in the other direction. I said, okay, let me order. I ordered. The day they're supposed to deliver, out for delivery, and then they say, message, the address is wrong. How is the address wrong? It's your pickup station. It's not my address, it's your pickup station. Again, I complain, I go around, and then I went to look for myself. The street address is this of their machine, but it's on the side. And I said, okay, you want me to send you a picture where your machine thing is? It's your pickup station. Finally, they did deliver. So I avoid them. I avoid this company completely. In one of the biggest retailers, I gave them several times a bad review, and I said, you change your courier. I will not buy from you if you're going to deliver with these guys. Which brings us to this current topic of the rant. A few weeks ago, we ordered from a company, and my wife did the ordering, and she put the address, everything is okay. Unfortunately, it's the same company that loses things, disappears things. In July, if you look on YouTube, a photographer lost his Leica. He gave it to their pickup station, to their store. He paid for the shipment, and the shipment just disappeared. It never left the store. They don't know what happened to it. Everybody washed their hand from this. Luckily, the guy, I think, got paid from his insurance company. But the Leica, an expensive Leica, you guys know how expensive Leicas are, just disappeared. And I had similar stories like this, but not a Leica. No. If I had the Leica, I would hand carry it to the Leica repair store. No. So my wife used this company again, and they sent an email. Delivery was to be last Wednesday, not this week, the week before. Wednesday, nothing happened, but the email which said we're delivering, my wife's name is there, her telephone number is there, and our address is there. And being an email, there's a hyperlink. You click on the link, the map shows up, and you see our building and our street. On Thursday and Friday, nothing happened, and we looked in the email again from the link, because she doesn't have the app. I downloaded the app under my name. Oh my God, that's another story. Any other place you download an app, you verify your email address, you're done. No, not these. Oops, I did it again, guys. They have to send you a letter to your home address. It took forever, and then you were limited in what you can or you cannot do. I have all these functionalities, but I didn't order. It was my wife who doesn't have that. But always going back to this email, we can see the status, and it said the address is wrong. The item left reached Vienna airport or some place in Vienna, not out for distribution, and the address is wrong. What address is wrong? The address in the email that is wrong? The address when I click on the link, I see our building, that address is wrong? Nothing happened. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, my wife sent a complaint to the shipper and to the courier. And back and forth, nothing happened. She called, complained, nothing happened. And then they sent an email. We received your complaint. Sorry, but the address is wrong. If you can give us the name, the name which was in the email, her name, the telephone number which was in the email, and your exact address which was in the email originally. She wanted to write. I said no. I wrote very, very strongly worded letter that this email of yours from that date has this address, and if you click, you can see the address, and it's our building. The whole street is 200 meters. Wherever the car comes from, they can find the street. Okay, so I sent everything to them. I gave them this. They acted faster than the shipper. The courier acted faster on the complaint. And they said, okay, they will come and deliver. But I also wrote in the email, most likely now that you're delivering during the week, we will not be home when you arrive. So we tell you, if we are not home, put it in a pickup station which is just across the street. This is the one where in the past, they said it doesn't exist. It has their logo. This is the address. It's in front of us. Put it there. So a couple of days ago, they said they're out for delivery, and 12:30 both away, not home. They said he tried to deliver, couldn't deliver, but they put it in the box. They put it in the box and they gave us the address of the box. That's not enough. You cannot just go to the box. Give me my stuff. They should send you an SMS or an email with a pickup code. No pickup code. Several days calling them, complaining, sending this, sending that, until they finally, yesterday, we got the pickup code. And I said, I will not say it's concluded until I open the box and see that the item is there and it's really there, not an empty box. Luckily, I opened, I found everything is in order. Thank you very much. But I will never use this company. In fact, it's because my wife placed the order. By chance, a few days ago, I needed another refill of the ink. And it's a few euros more to go in person to that store, pick it up, and I went to the store. I went to the store, I paid a few euros more, and I took it and came back with it happy. Because the printer company does not use any other courier than these guys. They don't know how much business they're losing because of these guys. I've had issues. I mean, another courier one time said, I delivered, he didn't deliver. I complained. And those shippers are very, very, very professional. They acted immediately on the complaint. And they contacted the courier. How do you say you put in a box and you don't have a code, you don't have any indication? 2 hours later, they sent, it has been delivered now, and it's in the box, this is the code. I picked it up, and I realized what had happened, or I'm presuming, because I did report to the shipper and as feedback to the courier. It was a cheap microphone with a cable, which I'm monitoring if I'm recording on the mobile phone. These actually don't have cables anymore, but an old phone which I was using for filming. And I wanted another for an old device that also has so I bought 2. They're very cheap. But they came in a fancy plastic box. And in the envelope that had them, if you touch them, they look like these expensive smartwatches. And I think the person thought, let's steal them and just say I delivered them. And then somebody's insurance will pay or whatever, or gets lost in the multitude of things that get stolen by couriers all over the world. So when I complained and the company acted quickly and the person was still in the area, and he then took a peek. The envelope was opened and they saw that it's a cheap microphone and it's not a smartwatch. So it was just put. Maybe if it was a watch, they would just take it and say, oh, we delivered and somebody had a mistake. The guy picked it up and he's trying to cheat you. I don't know. But when they found it's a cheap microphone, they put them. So things happen with others, but it happens once in a while, maybe once every 15, 20 deliveries. The other guys, almost every single time there's an issue. So, no. If I have an option, I will exercise the right to any other courier. Or I go myself and I pay a few euros more. This is not how you do business. This is not how you do business. And that's enough for today.